What's up guys, and welcome to my advanced Bhop tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm pretty much going to cover some advanced techniques of Bhopping. So maybe if you're a newbie, not as familiar with Bhop, you might want to go watch a tutorial, get the basics down or something, so that you can come to terms with what I'm trying to teach you here, because it's not really very newbie friendly. So if you watch my last video, you're going to remember that I showed you how to pre-speed using the plus left bind. Yep, and maybe if you're very sharp, you might have noticed that when you used your plus left bind, yours wasn't as fast going around in a circle as mine. This is because I use a command called CL your speed. Basically what this does is the bigger the number here, the faster your circle is going to be. So if I put in 600, no, that's completely useless, but still, I'm just showing you what it's going to do. So the default here is 210, which is pretty slow. I don't know, I didn't really feel comfortable with that, so I changed it up to 300. It kind of works on smaller blocks, and also a pretty useful thing I've learned is when you hold down shift and your plus left bind, you'll go slower. So when I need to do a big circle, I can hold shift and C, and when I need to do a small one, like sound something smaller, you just hold down C. See the difference? So normal plus left, shift. It kind of, I think it slows it down by half or something like that, but it's pretty useful. So you can change up that command to basically whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah. Okay, the next thing I want to cover in this video is called telehopping. Basically what this is you're going to jump for a teleport. You see the one I'm aiming at the end of this section here, and you're going to keep your speed through it. So it's not what some people think, like, I don't know, you jump in here and then jump out and you get loads of speed or something. That's not what telehopping is. Even one guy I've spoken to thought it was just jumping over a block. So like, if I was to do this, that's telehop. I don't know where he got that from, but hey. Right, so this is a telehop. Just jump straight into the teleporter, go straight through. That seemed kind of easy. The reason for this is there's different teleporters. Like, some are going to throw you out straight forward, so they're an easy telehop. Just jump straight into the teleporter. You're going to go straight through. That's easy. Some of them, which I'm about to come up to now, are going to throw you out just completely random, like to the left. Like, it's just going to lob me like that, completely useless. So if I jump straight through, nothing's going to happen. So there's a technique to get through this little like obstacle here and still keep your speed, even though it doesn't throw you straight out. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the teleporter backwards and come out of it again. Basically, we're going to hold A, turn in right, so basically completely backwards, and just it's going to throw you out completely backwards, so that's still pretty useless. So what you're going to do then is you're going to turn back around again and try and get yourself back onto a path. It's kind of difficult, so you might want to practice it quite a bit. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go into the teleporter, hold down A, curve into it, turn right, and then come back out of it again, holding D, maybe try and turn around. You know, you're going to have to practice this a little bit. So that's just the basics to telehopping. But it's kind of complex, so. Okay, I'm now going to attempt to teach you the wiggle, or maybe you've heard it called air strafing, something similar to that. If you've watched some other videos, you might have realised I don't Bhop in a weave completely. I kind of move around a bit more. This is basically called wiggling. So rather than just Bhopping like this, I kind of press A and D more and wiggle a bit, which basically increases your speed because you're strafing more. Because you know that strafing is what gives you the speed in the first place. So the more strafing you do, the more speed you're going to get. The thing with wiggling is you have to sync it to your strafes. Otherwise, you're going to slow down. It's like the same with Bhop. If you try and Bhop and then move your mouse to the right and then press A, I mean, you're going to kind of, you're not going to go anywhere, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's the same with wiggling. So if your sync is good, so your synchronization with your strafes to your turning your mouse, you're going to kick up more speed than if your sync was bad. So I'm going to try and demonstrate what would be good sync You know, I'm not the best at doing this, but I'm still going to try and demonstrate it. You see, I picked up a bit of speed there. Bad syncing would actually slow you down. So, hopefully what I just did there was from like between 50 to 70% sync, which is pretty good, and it would speed you up. Anything under 50 is probably going to be kind of bad, and is more likely to slow you down. So if you just went crazy and thought, you know what, I'm just going to strafe a crap ton and move my mouse because it's going to speed me up, all of that would be unsynced, which would slow you down most likely, and you probably wouldn't go anywhere. So if the server stopped lagging now, yep, I'll try and show you that. See, all of that pretty much was pretty shittily synced, so I just slowed down completely on that block, didn't go anywhere. So maybe when you're first starting off, because you're not used to this, I would recommend putting in like one air strafe per platform, something like that. So you're going to start off, just do one little wiggle, rather than a lot of them, to get used to it. Get that synced, then maybe add in a couple more before. You're not just going to go crazy like that, which, you know, you might have seen some people doing on pro Bhop videos, something like that, where they just did that, pick up shit tons of speed and do maps in like 2 seconds. You're going to get to that, but you have to start off small. So just try doing one in between each platform, and you pick up quite a bit of speed. Alright, the next thing I want to cover is basically overshooting blocks, because beginners in Bhops tend to say, oh no, I've got too much speed, I'm getting too much speed, I can't keep on the blocks, because they're not used to Bhop. They're not used to the speed either. So when they go too fast, they end up just doing this and just going straight over the block. Oh crap. There are 2 ways to help this, as far as I know. One would be to just curve onto the block, which more experienced players do. So if you're going to miss it, you just curve in and make sure you go outwards a bit so you have time to get onto the block. Another way to cut down your speed, if you feel it's too much, is to make really like quite sharp turns, which I sometimes do as well when you're in like small places. See how it like, if I don't fail maybe, it just cuts down your speed and lets you be able to put a manageable speed. So that's one way to cut down your speed when you're Bhopping, just make sharp turns, or try and curve outwards and then inwards onto the block so you make it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to try and cover is undershooting. So I see new Bhoppers when they're going for a block, because they've either got a bad jump or something, they haven't got enough speed, they'll go straight forward and be like, oh, I'm going to make it, and then they don't, because they're not doing the one thing you have to do to Bhop, which is strafing. Now you may think, oh, going straight forward, it's going to be a more direct route, you're going to get more chance to get onto the platform. This is wrong. Strafing picks up speed. So turning to the right, strafing more, is going to give you more of a chance to make it to the next block than it would to go straight on forward. So if you're slowing down a bit, try strafing more, pick up speed. Okay, the last thing I'm going to cover is 2 specific modes, pretty much unique to PG. So only this bunny hop server has really got this feature, well, other than CS obviously, but I'm talking about Gmod. And this is if you type in /mode, you get to select your Bhop mode. So you see I'm on sideways now. Sideways, pretty much, is you do the same Bhop, just rather than with A and D as you normally would, you do it with W and S. So you're pretty much going to the side. Now, I'm not too good at this now because it's only just come in and I'm trying to practice it, but I think what you're going to try and do is basically just do the same Bhop, just try and look to the left as much as you possibly can so you can see what's going on. You might prefer to go and look the other way and do it. It doesn't really matter. I don't know, I go to the left for some reason, everyone's like, why are you doing that, that's weird. But screw it, I'm going to do it anyway.
Where's the caboose?
So, WS, basically to go left and right, as you would in a normal Bhop. It's kind of weird, but we have records for it and shit like that. If you type /WR, if you press 8, you can go into the sideways record. Oh look, I'm the only one who's done it. Or W only records, which brings me on to W only. Now W only, as the name suggests, you can only use W. Big surprise. this doesn't mean you can only use W and nothing else, no mouse, anything whatsoever. People are like, can you use crouch? Yep, you can use crouch, try it. If you press A, nothing happens. D, nothing happens. S, nothing happens. It won't let you use the key if you can't use it, so press crouch. It doesn't matter. This is one of the weirdest ones, to be honest, because you have to control where the hell you're going just with W and somehow pick up speed just with W. Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but try my best. I don't really know how to explain W only because I don't really get it. You basically just gonna have to practice it and try and understand what the hell is going on. That pretty much wraps up my Bhop tutorial. Get on PG if you want to try out some of this cool shit. I will probably be on there and I could try and help you if you want. Yeah, see you later.